there's a period where I don't record music. But if I allow myself to stay in that period, it don't be productive and don't include what I'm seeing around my peripheral, I can paralyze myself and withdraw and start to get lazy, start to get slothful, start to just drift and not be productive in what I'm called to. So not only I have to take that time to rest, but I also have to take that time to be like, hey, I can't rest too much. I can't sleep too long. You know what I'm saying? Because I start to be unproductive, and you don't want to pick up those type of habits or traits. So for me, bro, just to see myself at the 18 years that I've been doing music, it lets me know, one, I'm passionate about it. Two, if I don't care what it looks like, what I'm not gaining from it, but what I am gaining from it is this, and this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gaining new people. I'm gaining new friendships. I'm gaining new business relationships. Each year gets bigger and bigger.
Right.
And even though might look like what is bigger, don't look the same as what's being presented as bigger, it's still bigger.
Right.
Because I'm moving forward.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop motivated apparel and grab yourself some motivated apparel today.
Hey, yo, what up, world? What it do? Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blueprint to Success podcast, where we share principles on how to live life by design and not by default, man. It's your boy, Mike Mariner, a.k.a. Shift Motivator. And glad to be joined together once again with my co-host, man, my brother from another mother. Y'all give it up for my boy, Alxndr Hall. Yo. The crowd goes wild.
The champ is here.
And the crowd goes wild.
How y'all doing, man?
Hey, what's happening, man?
You know,
Chilling, man.
Another week.
Another week. Well, we just in here, man.
Like
Chilling.
the week.
Surviving, politicking. You know what I'm saying?
Surviving the politicking.
Yeah, surviving in politics for sure.
That's what's that.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
Dumbo is out right now. Dumbo is out right now. Produced by Dominic.
Produced by Dom.
It's French. Look it up. It's French. Look it up. Produce.
It's in the Urban Dictionary.
It's from another country. Produce. Look it up. Learn something today.
It's pre.
You gonna learn today.
He said produce.
All right.
Produced by Dumbass and Typical, man.
Y'all go out there, man. Download it, stream it.
Subscribe to the channel, man. Alxndr.
Shout out to Diamond, man.
Shout out to Diamond. North Cape, we are on
the way.
for sure.
With the cherry on top.
That part. And you know
And I
this,
got
man.
something for y'all too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wasn't gonna say that.
No.
I wasn't gonna say that though.
What did you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, when you look at him, I'm finna look this way, dog. Hey,
man. You know, out of all the years I've been in this church, man,
earlier.
Hey, the children of Israel, it took them 40 years for a couple days journey. You know, I feel like we on the same track. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Earlier,
even Jesus only waited 3 days.
Technical difficulties with them. They was tripping. Look, you know what? I got something for y'all.
I hope it's what we've been asking for.
Hey, y'all, for y'all that's maybe listening for the first time, he got this one track that he just been holding hostage in the vault. It's one of our favorite tracks, and you know, he just been it's been perfecting for some years, you know. But
I haven't been perfected.
it's like wine, you know what I'm saying? It just
I ain't been perfected it. I just look. It's on the way. Man.
Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eddie from the barber shop. What I need you to do,
no.
I need you to deliver that quicker than Daniel wanted to
Diamond,
get out.
if you're listening, sir, could you please bump that to the top of the list? Just a request from a fan.
You know what? I'm talking to Diamond this weekend, so since y'all
I got a prayer request.
It's like, hey man, I'm gonna pump that joint before I hit the stage. Like, what? Like, let's go.
Hey.
Y'all finna get this work.
Hey, you know what?
I got some ideas, dog, video wise. Like I got,
look,
it's gonna be a movie.
Look, that song right there. That song is like
That's a coming out party right there.
that's
Yeah,
currently. I'm like
yeah.
living in the beginning of entering into why you even play that song right now.
Yeah.
Cause y'all know I'm already not too shabby on, so and I gotta get, but it's some seasons in your life where you have to do that, so you can really go ahead and do what you gotta do. Like I'm thinking about, I'm 37. I'm thinking about, you know what? Let me when I turn by, I don't want to be how I like. Okay, so on my the day before my 37th birthday, I was, of course, 36. I'm in the room. I spent the whole day alone. I was just like secluded, you know what I'm saying? I was heavy in prayer, reading, just going through some personal things, but at the same time I was not going through my go-through alone. You can't go through what you're going through alone. Doesn't make you just can't, right? So I was talking to God. I said, God, I cannot do 37 through the rest of my life how I did 20 through 36. So it's certain, if you're serious about that, then it's certain adjustments you have to make, and sometimes you have to come off the grid in order to make those adjustments. You can't you stay in contact with the grid,
Right.
You stay because when it's time to get back on, if you don't stay in contact with the grid, you're not gonna be able to move in a certain motion. But at certain times where you have to come off the grid and hit the ground and do that work that you've been dreading to do. Work, get that other job, get heavy on your budget and what you gonna do with school. What's your plan? What's your 2-year plan? If you ain't got 5 years, you can't think that far. What's your 2-week plan? What you gonna do in 2 weeks? Get serious about it. Say, you know what? Let me some adjustments. You know what I'm saying? So the song Lions Den is really I'm living why you even play that song right now. So, but until it comes out,
Lord,
Dumbo is out right now, produced by Diamond. You feel me?
The next episode, I'm gonna be sitting up here like skeleton bones.
No.
Just like, hey, bro.
Dub, do not co-sign that.
Like, hey, we sit up and just like this.
Don't co-sign that.
Let me tell you something.
Let me guess. It is on the way. Let me guess.
He's stupid. Boy.
I need it faster than Daniel wanted to get out of that lines there. That's how fast we need it.
Look, I got you, man. I got you.
I needed it in my life.
I wanted it in my life.
I got you for sure.
Y'all know how we do, man. We like to have a good time, man. Y'all know, got to point the arrow to my right here, man. My brother from the same mother.
Big bag.
Big Dub.
What's happening?
Double B.
Hey, what's going on,
Give it up
brother?
for Boy Wonda, man.
Hey, what's going on, brother? Charlie Murphy's in the building. Yeah, you already know what it is. God's good.
Oh, Lord, he talking to dead people.
No.
You stupid.
We ain't doing that. I don't play.
Hold up.
Hey, I don't play like that.
Don't co-sign that.
Yeah, that ain't cool.
Went from Charlie to his voice real quick.
You stupid. You stupid.
What's up, man? What's good?
What's going on, fellas?
Crack-a-lagging.
Oh man, good, bro. Yeah. You know we had the gold versus the blue versus gold.
Oh yeah, that was a movie,
bro. Yeah. That was a movie.
Yeah. You did your thing,
bro. To God be the glory, dog. Yeah. Like that was a whole nother learning lesson right there, man. because it's a different crowd.
Yeah.
So, getting accustomed, I had to find my way of being comfortable in my comfortable setting and an uncomfortable setting.
Mm-hmm.
So, just having people like you and DJ Ant, even my coworker, he was there. And he was like, "Yeah, I see your little performance." I was like, "Man, why you ducking, diving, and jiving, turkey?"
You jive, turkey, nah.
And so, but it taught me a lot in the sense of communicating with people before you communicate with people, and like connect with them before you do, and just to get the feedback that I got, bro, it blessed my heart because I was in the heart posture of God. If I could just reach one, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And for your glory, so like people was just constantly coming up to me like, "Yo, we enjoyed that, like we needed that."
Yeah.
So that did my heart good because it ain't easy for us.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
in those type of arenas.
Right.
So when you're in that type of arena, bro, I don't take no opportunity for granted.
Yeah.
So and it just gave me another belch of confidence in those type of arenas. You know what I'm saying? Just be you. Don't try to acclimate to the environment, but make the environment acclimate to you more so.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just another artist development, you know what I'm saying, lesson.
Yeah.
It's like it takes you back to don't be afraid of the crowd. Just do you.
Just do you. Yeah.
Just do what you've been called to do, bro. And that's what I learned from it, man. It was
dope, man. I mean,
really
people still come in the middle of the third quarter, bro.
Yeah.
It was packed.
Yeah, we stopped collecting at the gate. I want to say maybe top of the fourth quarter, because people still were coming.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, we're gonna get this money because it was a fundraiser for the kids. Because normally you don't charge for the game because it's basically a scrimmage game. So, but because coach trying to get some of the kids in the summer camp, so that money's going towards that. We actually did pretty good too. So, considering, but I mean, it was a pretty good crowd out there, man. It turned out pretty good. It was live. Just considering the fact that they, they dumbed down the vision a little bit because there's some other stuff that he wanted to do that they asked. And it's like, nah, coach, you can't do that. So,
hey,
but it still turned out good though.
You know, it's just something about the city of Auburndale that they constantly do and how they show up for the city.
Oh,
that I haven't seen in a long time.
Auburndale always been like that, and that's why it made sense now that I'm older and I see why. Because you remember, Brian, they all the cuz that play football. They play football at Auburndale. They ain't playing Haines City or whatever. And but when you look at the family structure, Auburndale is full of family tradition.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't even get a lot of flack back when it comes to the churches getting involved, because that's how they were, that was their foundation. It's family, tradition, religion, things of that nature. So you don't get a lot of that type of crazy stuff over in Auburndale. So which is why I'm glad God sent me over there, because it just showed me another side of what I was looking for, and I mean, it ain't no perfect, but it's a great city to be involved with because of the family tradition.
Yeah.
And so now you got a bloodhound guy, hero, that went to school there, bled blue and gold. Now he's the head coach. So the whole vibe and environment is different now because he's trying to bring back old tradition. You know what I'm saying? And then now you got alumni. Man, they had an alumni game, bro. So a lot of the alumni had, during halftime, they played a flag football game. So the guy that's over the content for the football team doing a wonderful job. Shout out to Perv, man.
Facts.
Doing an excellent job, man. And that's my guy. So he was sharing with me, like he said, man, they done created a group thread, all of them talking trash to each other. And you could just see the presence online. Like everybody was like anticipating the game. And they didn't disappoint. It was great. You know what I'm saying? So now different stuff is forming out of that bond. So it got guys that's been gone for a while to come back and kind of. So it's like a lot of things brewing. It's a lot of excitement right now. You know what I'm saying? So and we just ended the spring last night. So we played pretty good. We played pretty good. pretty good solid game.
They ready. Like
So,
how they were playing, man.
I'm like, yeah, we coming. You know what I'm saying? I don't say that arrogantly, but when you put in the time and you put in the work, you expect certain results.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And when it's coming from the head,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not gonna accept nothing less than your best, and I'm sticking to it. You can't help but see a difference.
Bro, you know, watching the game, it gave me another level of awareness of a different type of conditioning when I was looking at them playing and how they were moving. You know what I'm saying? Like how you say you could see the work they put in.
Yeah.
It was so inspiring that it unlocked something in me at another level of conditioning that I know I'm working towards.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, because sports will let you know either how out of shape you are or how well, you know, okay, we need to work on this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a different level with football and basketball. You got people that play both sports.
Yeah.
And on both sides of the field.
Yeah.
So that's a different type of level of discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really impressed with them.
Yeah, I was impressed last
really
night,
impressed.
bro. Like I was really impressed, even to the point of the penalties. Like we only had 3 penalties the first half.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Wow.
3, like 3. And I'm comparing it to I know where we was last year. Like we was penalty heavy last year in some games, and because we weren't disciplined.
Yeah.
But you can see it. You can see it now. It just like I'm like, dang. Like, man, we put up 41 points in the spring game.
Yeah.
And then we had a kid in the fourth quarter had to pick 6 with like a couple minutes left in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and these are backups. So our backups are actually competing for starting spots, like truly competing, like not just saying that they just taking a backseat role, but they got like competing. We haven't had that in a while, you know. So, but nah, man, it was fun watching them guys play last night. It was, and even like we got like, oh man, even with the QB play, man, 1 and 2, like both of them played good. Like both of them played good last night, man, and it was just, I ain't gonna bombard the part, but it was just like really like them guys, like they played last night, bro. Like I'm like and that's what I told them, man, when we talked. I said, man, let's put Polk County on blast, like we coming. Yeah. Like let this game make a statement. You know what I'm saying? Like we here, like we coming. We ain't the same team y'all used to. We
exactly,
because like senior team play, they showing the screenshots on Instagram, right? So you know we the bloodhound, so they making fun. Oh yeah, we finna put them pups away, you know. You know, I said, boy, and I said, man, ain't finna be no more pup. We big dogs now. Like I'm like, and I'm only saying that because of the progression that I've seen in such a short amount of time. Yeah. And now we got the whole summer to prepare, and then you got the fall.
It's a wrap.
It's yeah, think we're gonna be pushed over this year if you want to. Nah, but you know, and then also too, you know, it's graduation season. So you know, all the seniors now they're on to their next spot, they're on to that next place, that next transition. And so I always look at this time in a different manner. You know what I'm saying? I always look at this time and because it's a lot going on during this time because, you know, kids are graduating, getting ready for college. Some of them going into careers or maybe going to, you know, technical school or going to get a certification or whatever. But, you know, always during this time, I always put myself in that mode. Like, okay, it's graduation time for me too. You know what I'm saying? You know, you may not even know what you're graduating to or towards, but just knowing that there's an elevation coming because I'm anticipating it. Because regardless of what happens in my life, you know, like I always say, or I adapted the whole saying, like, when the doors ain't opening, you praise God in the hallway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because we praise Him when the opportunities are overflowing. We praise Him when the money's overflowing. We ain't got no issues. Everything is going properly. Yeah, it's easy to praise Him there, but can you praise Him in the hallway while you're waiting for the door of opportunity to open? Can you praise him in the hallway while you're waiting for the money to flow when it ain't flowing? Are you, can you praise him in the hallway when you're waiting for, things to line up when they're not lining up? You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to mope around and complain about missed opportunities or opportunities that you're not getting, and thinking you're being overlooked for promotion when you should have got the promotion. It just when you look at it from a lens of, at the end of the day, whether I win or lose, I never lose. I always learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I come from, even when I've quote unquote taken a loss, can I learn from that situation? So at the end of the day, I'm still gonna win, because as long as I learn from it, I won something. You know what I'm saying? So it's always gonna be graduating season at some point, but it's only graduating season for those that are moving towards something and putting the work in. Because you can't graduate if you don't go to school.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? So you can spend all these years in school and not graduate, and you can look at all that time wasted, or you can look at as time spent and time learned. It's about perspective. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
And I like something Dr. Miles Monroe said. He said, man, one of the greatest failures in life is being successful at the wrong assignment.
But that's heavy.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, because when I look back at my life, and I was just, I think it was with you, when we was talking before Dub showed up, and I was just saying how I'm even though I didn't like it, even though it was uncomfortable, even though it was frustrating, I'm appreciative of the process that God took me through.
Yeah.
Because it made me the person that I am today. You know what I'm saying? So, and what I mean by that, and I say this, humbly, that, I try to give 1,000% in everything that I do.
Right.
So, but, I never get, even when I don't always get that in return. So, prime example, like, no matter whether I get paid for a speaking engagement and I'm just, I'm doing it, or whether I am getting paid, I don't give no less energy. You know what I'm saying? I give the same energy. I give the same dedication and commitment. No matter what, if I'm helping you fulfill your vision, I'm not going to give you less energy because it's not my idea. You know what I'm saying? And you got people that do that. You got people that do that because you didn't pay them a certain amount. They're not going to speak. They're not going to give you the same energy on stage because you didn't write that check a certain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
so I still do free engagements. But I choose. At the end of the day, which ones I want to do. Like I said, but at the end of the day, even the ones that are paid, right?
Right.
You're gonna get the same guy. And it's not giving a shortcut to the people that are paying me because you can't look at it that way. No. Because at the end of the day, it's what you get is what you get. When you get me in a certain situation, you got all of me. You're not gonna have me daydreaming off somewhere else doing something else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so when people are graduating and they're being elevated in their field, you have to understand that they put in the work to get the response that they got, which is what? Elevation.
Yeah.
So in this season of your life, man, what are you graduating from and moving towards? You understand what I'm saying? That's the question we got to ask ourselves. Don't look at the fact that let's look at it not from a literal standpoint, right?
Right.
Like are we?
Deal.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And
then you guys can chime in, but I'm just kind of setting the foundation, because it's graduation season. You know what I'm saying? It's like people are moving to the next level in the physical realm. They put in the work, they put in the time, they put in the commitment. I got to a point where now, like I don't. It's not a bad thing. I don't get excited about ideas anymore. I don't, because I've been hurt, and I'm not being conditioned in a bad way. I'm being conditioned in a wise way.
Yeah.
Because everybody comes in the end excited with the ideas in the beginning, but come talk to me 6 months from now, when the person that you thought was going to help you stabbed you in the back and took your idea and went south with it. Talk to me then. Talk to me is the same excitement there. Talk to me 12 months from now when the results that you was looking for ain't there. Come talk to me then. People come up to me, I got that. Okay, well you run it. I'll show you crickets. So the people that are graduating, man, it's congratulations. You know what I'm saying? You deserve that. You
work
worked hard for it. You transitioned for it. Now it's your time, right? So for those that are not in school, because the season is here, let's look at it. Let's take advantage of it. You know, just like they say, sometimes when a prophetic word is given, as long as you receive, if you receive what's going on in the atmosphere, guess what? You plant the seed for that word to take root in your life and produce a harvest in your life.
Big facts.
Same thing. So every time this time of year around, spiritually and mentally, man, I don't care where I am in my life, it's graduating season for me too. Even though I'm not walking across somebody's stage, but I'm walking across God's stage.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He finna hand me a diploma for something.
A well done diploma.
You know what I'm saying? A diploma for the next level, whatever that look like. You know what I'm saying? So what does that? What does that look like for y'all? What is, you know, we dialogue. So for the people. So when it comes to like elevating and graduating, like what does that look like for y'all? You know, because I'm in a different space, even relationally with my wife. Like and that came from me graduating from a place of I had to do things a certain way.
Yeah.
To where it's like, well, Mike, it ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it had to. So it's like there's different levels to graduation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody could be graduating spiritually. You know, you're getting more in tune with God, whatever that may look like. You know, so at the end of the day, it's just like I say, it's graduating season, man. What are you graduating from? What did you gravitating towards? So I'm just kind of opening up the floor with that. I know I said a lot going into, but I just kind of wanted to paint that picture, man. That it's a lot, man, happening. A lot of good stuff happening this week. You know what I'm saying?
And it's a lot that you see behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That can easily turn your stomach. That'll make you want to just be like, nah, I want to be a part of this. So I look at my own life as, with the field I'm in the entertainment industry and music, I look at different situations that sharpened me to equip the longevity that I have. So
That's good.
I allow those short distance within a sprint that is causing me to run a race that is a marathon bound type of race. So I have to pace myself. I have to feel what I need to feel. I'm entitled to that, but it's not entitled to me. And what I mean by that is it's not entitled to keep me in a place where it keeps me bound, where it keeps me unfocused, where I can't even move, where I'm paralyzed. I can't allow it to do that. So for a perfect example, Raise a Hope event. You know what went down behind the scenes.
Right.
It's a place you ain't never seen me in. You ain't never seen me like that. It's like, Mike, you need to get your brother, man. Hey, you need to holler at dog.
Away from the light.
Hey, Mike, don't come in. Mike, don't come in. I don't want you to get the residue of this. Don't come in.
A saved maniac.
Everybody can get it.
A saved maniac.
I could have allowed. Run, Forrest. I'm running. But I could have allowed that situation to rob the people what we were destined to do there. I could have withheld. I could have held back. I could have just been like, you get what you get because this is love. So it's like you have to realize your part in what you do and what you're called to and what your gift is valid, it's valuable, and it's necessary for the people. Like, they shouldn't be collateral damage for somebody else's mishaps.
That's good.
So you have to look at it from that point of view, because if you're not looking at it from a different perspective, it's a strategy game. It's a planning type strategy. It's like, oh yeah, I see bro over there. It's just like a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? If the quarterback can read the linebacker or the whole defensive team that it's a blitz coming, they're gonna audible, hey, da 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 da, and it causes confusion. Like, you want to be able to make your opponent be like, oh snap, it seemed like they read the play, so now we got to really be on, hey, get him. It's the same thing.
Bro,
So and with everything, you have to be consistent and persistent. And consistencies can look different from season to season.
Yeah, from person to person. Yeah.
From person to person.
Yeah, you're right.
So even if you're not consistent in a person to person, at least be consistent within something that's moving you forward. So even if it's not like for music, for me, there's a period where I don't record music. But if I allow myself to stay in that period, it don't be productive and don't include what I'm seeing around my peripheral, I can paralyze myself and withdraw and start to get lazy, start to get slothful, start to just drift and not be productive in what I'm called to. So not only I have to take that time to rest, but I also have to take that time to be like, hey, I can't rest too much. I can't sleep too long. You know what I'm saying? Because I start to be unproductive, and you don't want to pick up those type of habits or traits. So for me, bro, just to see myself at the 18 years that I've been doing music, it lets me know, one, I'm passionate about it. Two, if I don't care what it looks like, what I'm not gaining from it, but what I am gaining from it is this, and this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gaining new people. I'm gaining new friendships. I'm gaining new business relationship. Each year gets bigger and bigger.
Right.
And even though might look like what is bigger, don't look the same as what's being presented as bigger, it's still bigger.
Right.
Because I'm moving forward. I'm not in a place where I feel like I'm stuck. So I'm in my awareness, I'm alert. So it makes me go harder. So just like with the conditioning or with the boys with the gold versus blue game, it's creating a different dog in me.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm really realizing.
Yeah.
It's creating a different dog in me that has to come out for the next level. And you have to apply what you learn or what you're seeing or what's going around you, because if not, it's what's good is that you know something if there's no action to what you know. You know the old saying, be like, hey, you need to do this and this. I know. It's like, what? How is that helping you? How is that helping the next person that's coming? So, long story short, what helps me to stay consistent within that is to know that somebody else's dependence of my calling and my gift, they're tied to that. And I have to be in position and place, because there's a certain time, there's a certain season that I need to be in place to unlock whatever it is going on in their life. That's
That's
where I'm
good,
at.
bro.
Yeah. That's really
That's
That's where I'm at.
eating from the table right now.
That's where I'm at.
that's good. You talking about creating a new dog, you know what I'm saying? Bro, that's really good, man.
It has to.
Everything you said is 100% inspiring.
Yeah.
It is, bro, because that's good for a person who's been doing something for so long, and you run across we have good and bad barriers.
Right. Exactly.
So that right there was a good barrier for you. It was something that was it meant for you to give you an up and up.
Yeah. And it was needed.
Yeah.
It was needed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, when you around situations and you put yourself in a position to like, man, we can't say this enough. Like, who you are around is so vital to your life till it's not even funny. Even to the who was Pastor Lynn, boy, she was it Tuesday night? I think it was. Even she preached a powerful message. It's one of those bitter messages, boy. You just had to swallow like medicine. Like, it tastes bad, but it's good for you.
Yeah.
And even she was talking about, even like, stop. Ain't no like people say they self-made millionaires. You ain't self-made. Somebody helped you along the way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody self-made.
Yeah, somebody.
Not
helped
one
you
person.
graduate.
Somebody did something.
Somebody helped you graduate. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even if they just gave you words of encouragement, somebody did something that gave you some fuel or help along the way. Exactly. But when you are a person that you always in learn mode, it creates a different lifestyle for you.
It do.
It create. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta outlast what you see with your visual sight.
Bro, you know what? So,
The B2S podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R828 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to starve your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
Okay, so here's the thing.
You poked the bear.
Coming from the house.
Yeah, I mean, I always come from the house. I'm always coming straight from the house, bro. So just being kind of transparent. What I'm realizing this season, right, is graduation is 1,000% internal.
1,000.
It's internal.
Facts.
You have to be already graduated within you before you can graduate externally. So if you're not graduated internally, you can't graduate externally. So
good.
okay, so like what I'm saying is that how you see yourself on what you go through determines if you graduate or not.
You do.
So if you're always playing so people who play the victim, people who play, hear me out, people who play the victim, you know what I mean? They always prohibit from contribution. If you don't contribute, you don't graduate. So if you're always in a victim mindset, you're going to partake in every situation as the victim. You're going to give that energy as the victim. You're going to give that, when hurdles come, you're going to view it as a victim, not a victor. So you're going to be real limited on what you do to contribute to you getting the next level. So how you view yourself has everything to do with how and when you graduate. So that's what I'm realizing, like Lil Yo said, view it this way. Don't view it that way. View it this way. Don't view it that way, because your contribution has everything to do with your next level and what you do with it.
That's true.
Everything to do with it.
Yeah,
It's true.
Exactly. You know, and all of this was like for me, what clicked was when I had came over to Spirit Life with Apostle. You know, hanging out with him outside of ministry, but still doing ministry. And what I mean by that is, like, he would take a couple of us, a couple of the fellas, just be a handful of us, man, and like the Peter, James, and John type situation. So he would take us, we would just hang out. And one, I remember the first time in particular, I forgot what movie it was we went to go see, but we went to the movies. And at this time, I was, you know, still young. I don't remember how long we had been here.
Right.
But we was, you know, still early on. So I was in my mode as, okay, well, I'm going to watch the movie. I'm going to be entertained. Nothing more, nothing less.
Right.
Everything to him is a learning curve. He's finding life in everything. So now he's looking at the movie, and now he's creating a dialogue that normally wouldn't be created had I been with somebody else. So you know what I'm saying? So now he's spitting revelation about life or about the word from a movie that ain't got nothing to do, quote unquote, with the word or, you know, whatever. So, but he's able to correlate that, and then now he's asking and probing questions with us that's making us think outside of what we would normally think. But had not I positioned myself to be in his presence, in that environment, to be connected to somebody of that nature, of that stature, then everything that you see right now wouldn't be in existence, because I am a byproduct of being mentored by somebody that takes your mind and shoots you to the next level, because that's just who he is.
Everybody don't want to, and the crazy thing is, people need to be around people like that. Because, bro, I'm telling you, some people don't want to be around people that challenge them because it's uncomfortable for them. But when you're uncomfortable, that's where the growth happens.
That's when growth happens. Exactly.
When you're when I'm challenging the way that you think. When I'm pushing you to do something that you know you should do, but it's hard for you to do, that's what you need to do. Because that's what's gonna take you. That's what's gonna take you to the next level. I'm not pushing you for me.
Right.
Look, let me tell y'all something about love, bro. Let me tell you something about love, bro. If you're around a person and they see something that you can do better in, or that you're slacking in, or that you need to fine tune, and they don't say anything, they don't love you. They don't. Okay, let's water it down a little bit.
I don't.
How many times you done been in public, you talking to 4 people, all y'all quote unquote homies. One of the 4 is like a probability fraction. One of the 4 got a booger in his nose. Who was gonna say something? Who's gonna?
I can't tell you how many times I've been in this situation.
I done been talking to somebody. These 2 people talking. I'm waiting to talk to the person. That person walk off. I'll walk up immediately and be like, "Hey, bro, you got a booger in your nose, bro. For real, man." So y'all was talking for 30 minutes and he didn't see that booger. That's not your homie, big dog. That's not your homie, bro. I was at Subway. Bro. Ask stepmoms, bro. I'm at Subway. My dog, he about doing his thing. Flipping them sandwiches up. I said, yo, let me get the turkey with the, you know what I'm saying?
This guy.
Right. Yo, so I go down there and he's wrapping this one lady's sandwich. He's right, the glass thing right there. He's right there doing his thug thizzle. She's right here. And she's leaning in because, you know, everybody see, I want that, I want that, and I have all those. So, but I'm over here to the left, and I can see. I said, my man's got he got a John in his nose, right? So I go to him, I said, bro, come here. And I leaned over, and I whispered in his ear. I said, bro, you got a booger in your nose, bro. Go in the back, wash your face, bro. He been there for hours. Nobody said anything. Bro, the person who he was standing over making the sandwich, she didn't even say anything. So you see this stuff in his nose. He's making your food, and you're not going to do him the justice of 1, telling him, and 2, saving your sandwich?
Because it was going to fly somewhere.
That's the lack.
I already know my wife. She would have just walked out.
Look.
She wouldn't even say it.
I'm just saying. That's the lack.
Jesus.
That's the lack of compassion and care. That her mind frame was, as long as it don't drop in my sandwich, I don't care.
Bro.
As soon as it would have flew out his nose, she would have been flipping. But as long as it stayed, you don't care. So if I don't poke the bear with care and with love on, baby, what about that right there? Baby, what about that right there? And if I don't do this right here, give you the open door to check me and to review me out of love, like, yo, or if we homies, like, yo, you know what I'm saying, bro, like with Lion Stand, bro, I'm dropping Lion Stand. Don't even do that. That's why you don't say that to nobody right there.
And this is that.
I believe it when I see it.
No, but that's not that. That's that.
Hey, I'll pay to poke the bell. I believe it when I see it.
But you see what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I got
you. You know what I mean? Like if you don't say nothing, if I don't say anything where it could get better at, I don't love you. So you being around a person who's going to massage those areas that's tough, that can push you and put you in the atmosphere for you to graduate. But when you get touched on, it's sore, it hurts. I know it's sore, I know it hurts, but that the soreness only lasts for a season. It's gonna get better. And once you get better, you make the whole team better. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah. And that's good stuff, man. Because it's crazy, bro. I watched a video on social media, like, and it's crazy what we've become as a society, how we've been desensitized to stuff like this, and selfishness and stuff. So basically, the dude was like kidnapping kids. Like basically, the dude would come up and just snatch the girl up, and then he would always snatch the girl. Of course, you know, it's planned. So, but he would always snatch the girl up in front of this entryway. And I don't even know what country they was in, or even if it was in the United States. But you know, everybody's always doing this stuff now. So, but basically, they was walking past on the sidewalk, and there was this entryway, and you couldn't even see in the entryway because it was so dark. But it's in the middle of the day,
Right.
and it's a busy walkway. Like, I mean, people walking back and forth, just walking back and forth, walking back and forth. And then, you know, the child is walking with, you know, the lady. So, of course, it's playing, but still, the reaction from the people was, I'm like, are you serious? Like, dude would just walk up, put his hand over her head, over her face, over her mouth, boom, snatch her up, and go down this entryway that's dark, that you can't see. People are watching this dog, and even some of them even looked, and then just kept going.
Wow.
Just kept going. Just like what? Then it was, I could literally count on one hand, like how many people actually stopped and like, wait a minute, that ain't right, and actually went down into the entryway. I can count on one hand, bro.
That's crazy.
I can count on one hand how many people actually stopped and like and went. It is, you know, it's everything everything that we do impacts somebody else's life, whether we want to or not, whether we want it to or not. It impacts other people's lives. So it can do it in a positive light or a negative light. You know what I'm saying? Because just let's look at these what are like some of these people that are like some of these kids that are graduating, man. They're first generational college graduates. Some of them may be first generational high school graduates.
Yeah.
You know, they're setting a place, they're breaking cycles, they're setting lineages free, you know, from these patterns and stuff like that. You know, it may not impact you, quote unquote, per se firsthand, but it does, because it does something for your family and your lineage.
Because it's an extension.
Because it's an extension of who you are or who you once were. I'm gonna say that again. It was an extension of either who you are or who you once were. Because when you look at it, we're all graduating from something at some point in our life. Whether spiritually, physically, mentally, financially, whatever, we're all graduating from somewhere, going towards something else. You know, so in every space, can you look at your life and can you pinpoint what it is in this season? Exactly. Because when those kids or adults are graduating, they can pinpoint where I'm graduating high school, or I'm getting my associates, and or just like somebody that I know they just posted, like, wow, oh cool, dope, man. He just got his associates of arts degree in business management. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, that's dope. You know, so you know what you're graduating. So can you pinpoint the graduation point in your life right now? And it's because hey man, it's graduation season. Like, I'm taking it in. I'm like, okay, God, okay, it's my elevation season too.
And no matter how small you think it is,
right,
it's still a big deal.
Right.
Sometimes we can discredit the small thing and say, don't despise small beginnings. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Just like what we talked about, point out the foxes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
What is it keeping from you? What is keeping you and holding you back from graduating to whatever it is that you're trying to graduate from? And I think about a lot of times, bro, even just what we do and where we're at, it's self-absorption is at an all-time high.
Yes, I would have to agree.
Like at an all-time high.
I would have to agree.
And what really kind of revealed that to me was COVID, like the way service was being handled, customer service, how that was just really going down. And it's just like, people won't let you finish your order. They be like, hey, what else like, can I just, I can tell you what I'm going to order. If
you shut up.
Shut up. And then
I like a large order. Shut up, please.
and then a larger, be quiet. And then they be like, okay, what was your order again? And I was like, you know,
right.
It's like, you know, be intentional with any and everything you do, because just like how when you have people that only listen, it's a difference between listening, hearing, and actually being in tune. So I look at it as if you don't be intentional with what you do and the things that's in your life and what can bring, whether it brings good or harm, like you have to be intentional with whatever it is. When you're being intentional and saying, you know what, I'm aware of what's going on with me. So if I'm intentional with this will open the door intentionally for this. This will open the door intentionally for that. Oh, I like where this is going. Okay, let me do something else intentional. What can me being intentional about what can unlock what?
I am finna play the new game. Well, he started.
Angel Advocate.
Angel's Advocate. All right.
The bear has been poked again.
No, so
Welcome to another episode of
Yes.
Angel's Advocate.
Angel's Advocate. Right. So check this out. When it comes with being intentional, for this, so I just recently, and you, so by you saying that, it kind of struck something that I'm because of for one, I wanna say.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you see how he pushed that? You see how he like, this is in love.
No. Do we need to get the insurance bucket?
No, we don't. No, we
Okay.
don't. No, this is a real statement. This is a real statement. This is a real statement for people who are really trying to commit themselves to a higher situation and calling them where how they was doing things before. So I want to say, I am proud of Faith. I'm proud of her, and I can say that out and open because that's something that's big. When you're engaged with someone and they're making steps in areas they never did before. You know what I'm saying? Communication and stuff like that. Communication is real, guys. This stuff is real. Like people have to, and when you're starting to do work in certain areas and you haven't before, it's some things are uncomfortable. Some things I'm learning as a man, right, is uncomfortable. So when you say we're being intentional, I want you guys to understand that when it comes with being intentional, it's a learning curve.
Yes.
When
Definitely.
you start to be intentional, first just be intentional. Then you can get down pat the rules and steps on what to do when
Right.
First take care of yourself. Put the mask on yourself first. Be intentional about making sure that you do something to better yourself first. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it.
Exactly.
The better you'll get at letting somebody know. The better you'll get at setting boundaries. The better you'll get at handling how you're gonna move next. The better you'll get at, okay, I see that, I don't want to go through that, so let me make this move over here so I can bypass that. That's being intentional. That's when you've been doing it for a minute. But when it comes to being intentional, at first, it's going to be a learning curve.
It is.
Sometimes you might make when you let's say you with your partner and y'all always drinking, but God tugging on you need to stop. But he's one of your best friends. Right. Let's say you have to stop cold turkey. You might hurt your boy's feelings, but you have to be intentional about what's going on with your body and what God is telling you. Right. Later on, you can tell your homeboy, hey, bro, it wasn't nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So then you will get better at how you operate with your people. But first, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So being intentional has a learning curve. So when you said that, just by what I'm going through personally, when you're learning a new skill, it takes time to master it. It takes time to put it to use.
That's right.
It really
And you know, you have to be mindful of the only way you can understand that is when you're tapped into your people. You have to be locked in. Like you have to be really concerned about their well-being, just like yours.
Yeah.
But you don't control their well-being. It's not on you. You help contribute to the atmosphere so they can grow, but you don't control it.
Exactly.
So it's being intentionality, and that's pronounced correctly. That has a learning curve, and it takes guts to be intentional, because it's so easy to let stuff just flow. It's so easy to let stuff just flow, bro. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Every time it's a wreck in the middle of the road, it's hard to stop traffic because traffic is flowing. You have to really put cones out and almost have everything stop for it to flow.
It's
a
like
certain type of
direct.
way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So to be intentional about blocking this off, it's gonna cause some stuff. So it's really easy just to let stuff flow, but to be intentional, it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve to it. So once you start putting your foot down for yourself, once you start putting your foot down for your future, the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. You know, and people are gonna get offended regardless.
Exactly.
That's right.
When you start take care of you, people are gonna get your and it be the closest ones, bro, who always get offended. It be the real close ones, the mamas, the daddies, the whoever it is. They get it, but they it don't matter. It don't matter. So being intentional has a learning curve. I just want to play Angel's Advocate. Back to you, Dub.
And I'm gonna go ahead and slam dunk the alley hoop. But no, that is very true. And I'm glad you said that because
you gotta give people grace.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And at the same, time, like we all speak from experience and from we've been in those stages, and sometimes even with new levels, we go to certain stages. Like it's a new way of having to learn a new thing. So even with the grace period and understanding, that's like even a graduation in itself, because you're learning. And learning becomes a habit. And when that learning becomes a habit, it becomes a part of your lifestyle.
Right.
And it becomes accustomed to you, and it's something that you equip yourself with. So that's really, that's 1,000. You hit on the head.
That's good.
Definitely.
That's good, man. Hey, man. Man, man, bless me immensely. Bless me immensely, man. It's some good stuff. So, before we head out, man, y'all got any parting words? I think that was kind of classic, man. You know, we do what we do.
I got one thing to say. I got one thing.
Go ahead.
Real quick. It's
straight from the house.
Yeah, from the house, cause I've my father dealt with this. I did not know that my father dealt with depression until after he passed. Never knew.
Till after he passed.
After he passed. My stepmom's told me. I never knew. So no wonder why he would say certain stuff. No wonder why we at the crib, he in the room for days. At night he'll come out because the food be done. But you know what I'm saying? He gonna give him a plate, be chilling out, you know what I'm saying, relaxing, feet up.
Yeah.
But you just never know what a person is going through, and it stemmed from trauma from early on in life. You know what I'm saying? I never knew. So but how, from conversations that we would have, how he would view where he was at and what he'd done, it had something to do with what he would do in the future. So, like, once again, how you see yourself. Playing the victim, it alters what you contribute to your graduation. So be careful about how you see yourself, because how you see yourself is determines what type of energy you're gonna put into your goals and your vision for your family, your health, your whatever, your relationship, whatever, your relationship with God, whatever it is. You know what I mean? So how you see yourself is highly important. So playing the victim is, it hinders your contribution to where you're trying to go. It doesn't help it at all. You think it helps it doesn't.
And it makes a lot of sense for what he told you. Like I said, you the one. You the one. It makes so much more sense of when he said that to you and why he said that to you.
It's crazy, yeah. He told me that, bro. Like, before he died, you the one. I understand. He told me, and when he said this was on some father stuff, you know what I'm saying? Probably something I'm tell my son. Not that, but probably something that a father would tell a son. Just something profound, like what daddy meant by that. He told me, thank you for what you're about to do. What do you mean by that? And now I understand just a little bit. And bro, I tell God all the time, God, just give me only what I need. If you want me to understand 1 inch, give me an inch. Please don't give me more, because if you give me a little more and I ain't supposed to have it, I be trying to get a foot long. You know what I'm saying? Let me get. You want to sit on a foot long, but
$5 foot long.
he told me, "Thank you for what you're about to do," and I'm understanding. I'm understanding. I'm starting to grasp the position of what he meant by that. I don't fully understand it, but I'm understanding the type of position I need to be in to fulfill what he said.
You're becoming, bro.
Yeah.
You're becoming.
That's that in class session on your way to graduation in that realm.
Yeah.
Breaking. Yeah, and I believe it's twofold. Is breaking cycles and then coming into cycles.
Ooh, that's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You that's where when you hit that point to where you're on your road to accomplishing certain things, you're doing two things simultaneously. You're breaking cycles as you're entering new ones. You know, so because you know, I learned certain things being in ministry because I've been around death more times than I've wanted to. But you notice there's always a spiritual connection during those moments to where they tap into stuff. So obviously he was in that moment of transition, he tapped into it. And before God allowed him to be transitioned, he relayed that seed or that message to be watered by your actions. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that as a people that we can hold on to. Just remember, it's two things going on simultaneously. You're breaking cycles and you're entering into new cycles. The only thing that can stop that is when you stop.
Yeah.
As long as you keep, because you can't graduate if you stop. You can't get your certificate if you stop. You can't get that stamp of approval if you stop. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we if you gotta slow down, you just like I was talking to my daughter, she kind of got overwhelmed, and when she told me, because we let her do a thing, we'll check on her and how the grades are, what they looking like, what's going on, but not to the point where it's overbearing. So and then during the moment of checkup, it's just found out she's going through a lot emotionally right now, through some personal stuff. So then the wifey, especially me being the father, having to kind of overcompensate for a few things, and so I'm like, well, what classes are you taking? And then I'm like, wow, and I'm just using this as an example. I was like, okay, those, just from what I know of, those are pretty extensive classes to be taken all at the same time. I said, because you want to be mindful of what are the requirements of the class, because when you couple a bunch of tough classes together, it can make your life, crazy. So
crazy.
And I said all that to say this is it's the same thing with your life on your way to graduation, right? You graduate when you graduate. You don't graduate. Yes, 2-year degree. Yes, 4-year degree. Yes, there are time stamps. However, based upon the structure of your life and what's going on in your life, a 4-year degree may turn into a 6-year degree.
Man, look, to be real, my 2-year degree turning into a...
Be like ET, 4-year degree turned into 12 years. You see? So,
changing your mind and your major every time.
But at the end of the day, what did he say? When on my graduate, he said, what did he say? He said, listen, my diploma say the same thing, my degree say the same thing yours say. It don't say no date on it. Exactly. Ain't no date on that. So all you got to do is get across the finish line. If you gotta drop it, I say, well, shoot. I said, well, the drop dates are probably past now. So she was supposed to check on it. So I got to remind her, see if she did. But she said she was okay. She just had an overwhelming moment. I said, well, these are just ideas you got to consider.
Exactly.
You can't feel bad if you have to drop a class because shoot, I remember when I was taking, I forgot which math I was taking at the time when I was doing my first semester. And not knowing that the teacher that I had was the teacher everybody hated. I'm like, because when I'm going to class, and then like one day I go to class, like everybody gone. Like I'm looking around, I'm like, I can count the people in the class. I'm like, man, where everybody at? So we getting out of class. So I'm running there. I'm like, man, Like, why you wasn't in class? I'm like, oh man, we dropped that class. Like everybody I talked to was like, oh man, we dropped that class. Oh man, I'm like, well shoot, why I ain't getting the memo? So I go to drop the class. Oh, I'm sorry, but you passed the deadline. I'm like,
Oh, you
we're gonna find out because it was prevalent because of the way that teacher taught. It was the way that teacher taught, and people was having a hard time passing the class with that particular teacher. Mm-hmm. And so I said all that to say this: like, if you have to drop some stuff to circle back, that's cool. The key to graduating is finishing. That's it.
That's it.
No matter how long it takes, no matter when you get there, the only important thing that matters is this: if you get there. So, man, that's what we want to get across tonight, man. So we hope we said something, once again, some nuggets that you can pick up along the way on your journey. And so we're going to end tonight like what we always do. Hey, we're going to shoot for the top because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.